Hello, and welcome to Snaply. Today, we dive deep, both literally and metaphorically, into one of the most gripping, heartbreaking, and thought-provoking stories of our time. The Titan submersible tragedy. In this video, we will explore not only the catastrophic events that unfolded during the ill-fated expedition to the Titanic wreck, but also peel back the layers of human ambition, corporate decision-making, and ethical dilemmas that lie beneath the surface. Imagine the allure of one of the world's greatest maritime mysteries, the Titanic, and the insatiable human drive to explore even the most treacherous depths. In 2023, hope and innovation collided with a devastating tragedy when the Titan Submersible, a vessel designed to explore the haunting remains of the Titanic, met with disaster in the unforgiving abyss. Today, we're going to trace every step of that journey, from the dreams that launched this mission to the harrowing moments of its final catastrophic implosion. This narrative isn't just about technology or corporate oversights. It's about people. It's about the families who lost loved ones, the experts who grappled with the ethical implications of high-risk exploration, and the stark reality that sometimes our boldest ambitions come with a tremendous cost. So, sit back, get comfortable, and join me on this journey through the depths of innovation, the heart of human passion, and the shadow of a tragedy that continues to reverberate far beyond the ocean floor. The lure of the deep. The ocean has long been a symbol of mystery, danger, and wonder. From ancient mariners to modern scientists, humanity has been both fascinated and intimidated by the deep. It is in these seemingly endless depths that we find not just the unknown, but reflections of our own dreams, fears, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Few underwater sights captivate the imagination quite like the wreck of the Titanic, Titanic ship whose legacy is etched in the annals of history as both a marvel of human achievement and a monument to tragic hubris. The Titanic, which sank on its maiden voyage in 1912, has inspired countless books, movies, and theories. The wreck, resting more than 12,000 feet below the North Atlantic, became a modern-day Atlantis, a frozen relic of the past, shrouded in mystery and silence. Its very existence raises questions. What secrets does it hold? What stories lie hidden among its decaying remains? For many, the Titanic isn't just a sunken ship. It's a symbol of the ultimate challenge, a test of human ingenuity against nature's overwhelming power. The appeal of exploring such depths is irresistible. It speaks to our desire to understand history, to see firsthand what time has left behind, and to challenge the limits of what is possible. This allure is not solely rooted in scientific curiosity. It also taps into something deeply personal, a yearning to connect with the past, to understand our origins, and perhaps to find meaning in the remnants of a tragedy that defined an era. This is why, when the Titan Submersible was announced, as the vessel that would venture into the dark, cold depths near the Titanic, it captured the public's imagination. The mission promised not only the potential for groundbreaking discoveries, but also the chance to witness history up close. The idea of sending a tiny craft into a realm where light never penetrates, where pressure crushes even the strongest materials, was as audacious as it was terrifying. It was a mission that embodied the eternal tension between human aspiration and nature's immutable forces. Yet, as we shall see, the very qualities that make exploration so noble, the drive to push boundaries and to learn from the unknown, can also lead to perilous miscalculations. In our next section, we'll explore the creation of the Titan Submersible itself, vessel that was conceived as a triumph of modern engineering but would ultimately become entwined with one of the most tragic events of 2023. The Titan Submersible, a revolutionary vision. At the heart of this tragedy was the Titan Submersible, a vessel that promised to redefine what we thought possible in underwater exploration. Developed with the vision of unlocking the secrets of the deep, the Titan was marketed as a cutting-edge piece of technology. Its design, while innovative, was also a gamble, a leap into uncharted territory where conventional rules of safety and risk were constantly being rewritten. The Titan was not a submarine in the traditional sense. Rather, it was an experimental craft built with the aim of taking tourists and researchers alike to one of the most enigmatic sites on the planet. Constructed by a company that prided itself on pushing the limits of what is possible, the Titan was emblematic of a new era in deep-sea exploration. It was built using advanced composite materials, engineered to withstand the immense pressures of the ocean's depths. Every curve, every seam, and every piece of technology was a testament to human innovation and the relentless pursuit of discovery. But as the Titan's story unfolded, so did a host of questions. How reliable was this new technology? Had all the necessary precautions been taken in its design and testing phases? Critics began to point out that in the rush to innovate, there might have been compromises, shortcuts taken in the name of progress. These concerns would soon be thrown into stark relief as events took a tragic turn. The vessel's design, while aesthetically pleasing and technologically impressive, was a balancing act between the demands of innovation and the uncompromising laws of physics. The deeper you go into the ocean, the greater the pressure. At the depths where the Titanic lies, the Titan was subjected to forces that are unimaginable on the surface. In theory, the advanced materials and engineering could withstand these conditions, but the margins for error were razor-thin. Engineers and designers often speak of the art and science of exploration. With the Titan, this duality was on full display. On one hand, it represented a bold leap forward, a tool that could finally allow us to witness history in its most raw and unfiltered form. On the other hand, it was an object of immense risk, a fragile bubble of human ingenuity in an environment that cares little for human aspirations. Before its final fateful journey, the Titan underwent numerous tests and evaluations. Engineers, scientists, and even adventurous thrill-seekers contributed their expertise and passion to bring this project to life. There was a palpable sense of excitement among the team, a hope that this mission would mark a turning point in our ability to explore the depths. Promotional videos, interviews, and press releases painted a picture of a bright future where the boundaries of human knowledge would be pushed ever further. But behind this veneer of progress, there were murmurs of concern. A handful of voices warned that the rush to commercialize deep-sea tourism might have overshadowed the critical need for rigorous safety protocols. In many ways, the Titan was a microcosm of modern exploration, the intersection of ambition, innovation, and, ultimately, the unpredictable forces of nature. As we transition to the next chapter, we will follow the timeline of the Titan's final expedition, a journey that began with promise and ended in unimaginable tragedy, the fateful expedition to the Titanic. On what was meant to be an extraordinary adventure, a select group of passengers embarked on a journey that would change the course of deep-sea exploration forever. The Titan Submersible's expedition was marketed as the ultimate voyage, an opportunity to witness the eerie beauty of the Titanic wreck up close and to experience firsthand the mysteries of the deep. Among those who signed up were curious adventurers, maritime historians, and even a few fortune seekers drawn by the promise of witnessing history in the making. The planning for the expedition was a whirlwind of excitement and logistical complexity. Coordinating a trip to one of the most inaccessible parts of the ocean required meticulous preparation. Teams of experts from various fields worked in tandem, engineers ensuring the craft's integrity, navigators plotting the best course to the wreck site, and communication specialists establishing links to the surface. Every detail was scrutinized, from the route through the turbulent North Atlantic to the precise coordinates of the Titanic's resting place. In promotional materials, the expedition was portrayed as the pinnacle of human achievement, a modern odyssey that harkened back to the Age of Discovery. Interviews with the crew highlighted the beauty and mystery of the ocean, drawing comparisons between the daring spirit of early explorers and the technological marvel of the Titan. Viewers around the world were captivated by the prospect of peering into the shadowy depths of history, where every rusted beam and shattered window of the Titanic told a silent story of triumph and tragedy. However, as the Titan descended into the abyss, the optimism that had surrounded the mission began to collide with the harsh realities of deep-sea exploration. In the cramped confines of the submersible, every moment was a delicate balance between fascination and fear. The darkness outside was impenetrable, a void that swallowed all light, leaving only the soft glow of instrument panels to guide the crew through the inky blackness. Passengers and crew alike were acutely aware of the risks. Every dive into the deep was an experiment in precision, a test of both the craft and the human spirit. And yet, there was no turning back once the Titan left the surface. In those final hours, the submersible carried not just a group of adventurers, but the weight of human ambition, a determination to unlock the secrets of the past, no matter the cost. The journey was punctuated by moments of quiet awe. As the Titan neared the Titanic wreck, the haunting silhouette of the once majestic liner emerged from the darkness, a ghostly reminder of a time long past. In these moments, the crew marveled at the interplay between history and technology, between memory and the relentless pull of the sea. But amid the wonder and discovery, there was an undercurrent of tension, a silent acknowledgement that the ocean is a force beyond human control. This balance between beauty and danger was starkly revealed during the dive. The submersible's instruments reported fluctuations in pressure and temperature that were outside normal parameters. Even seasoned experts monitoring the mission from the surface expressed concern over the craft's performance. Yet, with every warning sign, the team pressed on, driven by the belief that the knowledge to be gained was worth the risk. Little did they know that the very next moments would herald a sequence of events that would forever alter the course and of underwater exploration. As we step into the heart of this story, we now recount the tragic moments of the implosion, a catastrophic event that not only ended a daring expedition, but also raised profound questions about our relentless pursuit of the unknown.
The implosion, a catastrophe unfolds. In the silent, crushing depths of the ocean where time seems to stand still and the rules of physics reign supreme, tragedy struck. The Titan submersible, a vessel that had carried the hopes and dreams of many, met an abrupt and violent end, a catastrophic implosion that has left the world reeling. Witnesses from Mission Control reported that in the final moments of the dive, all communication with the Titan was lost. What followed was a harrowing series of events that unfolded too quickly for anyone to fully comprehend. The implosion was not a slow, gradual failure. It was a sudden, violent collapse of the vessel's structure as the overwhelming pressure of the deep ocean proved too much for its delicate framework. For those who had placed their trust in this technological marvel, the implosion was not merely a mechanical failure, it was a profound human tragedy. The loss of the Titan and its passengers reverberated across the globe, sending shockwaves through the scientific community, regulatory bodies, and the families who had eagerly anticipated the adventure of a lifetime. The precise chain of events leading to the implosion remains a topic of intense investigation and debate. Preliminary reports suggest that structural weaknesses compounded by unforeseen pressure fluctuations may have contributed to the catastrophic failure. Some experts have pointed to potential oversights in the design or testing phases, issues that might have been overlooked in the fervor to push the boundaries of exploration. In the moments before the implosion, there were indications that something was amiss. Fluctuations in the craft's sensor readings, an unusual drop in internal pressure, and brief communication hiccups all hinted at an impending disaster. Yet, in the face of uncertainty, the mission continued. The ambition to explore the wreck of the Titanic was so powerful that it overshadowed the small warnings, a tragic miscalculation that would soon demand an unbearable price. As the vessel's hull buckled under the relentless force of the deep, the implosion occurred in an instant, a violent, echoing collapse that left behind only silence and unanswered questions. It was a moment when human aspiration met the unforgiving power of nature, a stark reminder that our dreams are always at the mercy of forces far greater than ourselves. The implosion was more than a technical failure. It was a profound human loss. In its wake, families were left to grieve, and the world was left to question the cost of ambition. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into the human stories behind this disaster, the lives cut short, the dreams unfulfilled, and the personal tragedies that have forever changed the landscape of underwater exploration. Human stories, lives, losses, and legacies. Every headline, every news report, and every statistic tells only part of the story. Behind the technical details and corporate statements lie the human stories, the faces, the families, and the personal dreams that were lost in the depths of the ocean. In the wake of the Titan implosion, the focus inevitably shifts to the people who placed their trust in a mission that promised to bring the past into vivid focus, but instead left behind a legacy of heartbreak. Among the victims were individuals from all walks of life, a group of adventurers, historians, philanthropists, and curious souls united by a shared desire to explore the unknown. Their motivations were as diverse as the backgrounds they came from. Some were driven by the allure of adventure, eager to experience firsthand the mysteries that had captivated generations. Others saw the expedition as an opportunity to contribute to scientific knowledge, to be a part of history that would help us understand more about the deep sea and its secrets. For the families of those lost, the tragedy is immeasurable. The sudden disappearance of a loved one in such an isolated, hostile environment leaves a void that words can scarcely describe. Interviews with family members reveal a deep sense of sorrow and disbelief, a feeling that the pursuit of glory and discovery came at too high a cost. These personal stories are a poignant reminder that behind every technological marvel, there are human hearts beating with hopes, dreams, and aspirations. In the days and weeks following the disaster, countless tributes emerged online and in the media. Social media posts, memorials, and heartfelt statements from those who knew the victims underscored the profound impact of this tragedy. Friends recalled the infectious enthusiasm of their loved ones, their willingness to embrace the unknown, and their unwavering commitment to pushing the limits of what is possible. Corporate negligence, innovation, or recklessness. No investigation into the Titan submersible tragedy would be complete without a critical look at the corporate decisions that helped shape this ill-fated mission. At the center of the controversy is a complex web of ambition, risk, and accountability, a network in which the drive for innovation sometimes appears to overshadow the imperative for safety. The company behind the Titan submersible was celebrated for its audacious vision, a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom and venture boldly where few had dared to go before. But as details emerged, Many questioned whether this ambition came at the expense of rigorous safety protocols. Critics argued that in the race to be the first to offer deep-sea tourism to the Titanic, corners may have been cut, oversight may have been lax, and warnings from experts might have been dismissed as mere impediments to progress. Documents and interviews obtained in the wake of the disaster painted a picture of internal pressures and conflicting priorities. There were whispers of frustration from engineers who felt that their concerns were not given the attention they deserved, of safety reviews that were rushed in favor of meeting promotional deadlines, and of a corporate culture that prioritized market excitement over meticulous testing. These issues, as emerging investigations suggest, may have been harbingers of the disaster that was to come. Corporate negligence in high-risk ventures is not a new phenomenon. History is replete with examples of innovation that has outpaced safety, where the pursuit of glory has blinded decision-makers to the very real dangers lurking beneath the surface. In the case of the Titan submersible, the tragedy has reignited debates about the ethical responsibilities of companies that operate in environments where a single error can have catastrophic consequences. Industry experts have weighed in on the matter, drawing parallels between the Titan expedition and other high-risk ventures. They argue that the allure of being at the forefront of technological progress can sometimes create an echo chamber where dissenting voices are sidelined. The question then arises, when does innovation cross the line into recklessness? And, more importantly, who bears the responsibility when the price of ambition is measured in human lives? In this chapter, we explore the internal dynamics of the company, the external pressures from investors and the market, and the regulatory environment that allowed such a daring mission to proceed with minimal oversight. The resulting narrative is complex and multifaceted, challenging us to consider whether the tragedy was an isolated incident or symptomatic of a broader failure. Failure not just in engineering, but in the systems of accountability that govern our pursuit of the unknown. A call for a thoughtful future. As we bring this in-depth exploration of the Titan submersible tragedy to a close, we are left with a mosaic of emotions and reflections. We have journeyed from the hopeful beginnings of an expedition aimed at unraveling the mysteries of the Titanic, through the brilliance and peril of innovative engineering to the tragic final moments when ambition met the unforgiving power of the deep. Along the way, we have listened to the voices of experts, mourned the loss of those who dared to explore, and questioned the very nature of progress. At Snapply, our goal is not simply to report the facts of a disaster, but to ignite a conversation about the responsibilities that come with the pursuit of exploration. We have seen how the promise of discovery can be both inspiring and dangerous, a double-edged sword that demands our respect and careful consideration. The Titan tragedy is a sobering lesson in the limits of human ingenuity, and a powerful reminder that every innovation carries with it risks that must be meticulously managed. As you reflect on this story, consider the deeper questions it raises. How do we balance the desire to push beyond known boundaries with the imperative to protect human life? What systems need to be in place to ensure that the drive for progress does not become a justification for cutting corners? And ultimately, how can we honor the memory of those lost by building a safer, more ethical future for exploration? This narrative is far from over. The investigations, the debates, and the changes in corporate and regulatory practices are still unfolding. But one thing remains clear: the Titan submersible tragedy is not merely a chapter in the annals of maritime exploration. It is a call to re-examine the cost of our ambition and to strive for a future where innovation is guided by both vision and prudence. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope that today's deep dive into the story of the Titan submersible has not only informed you, but also inspired you to think critically about the intersections of technology, ethics, and the human spirit. As we continue to cover stories that challenge our understanding of the world, we invite you to share your thoughts, to question boldly, and to join us in forging a path where every discovery is celebrated alongside a commitment to safety and accountability.